Yo guys, this is Sam and this is my ProGuides course on Valorant fundamentals. One thing I think you guys can utilize the most from ProGuides in improving in Valorant would be their individualized coaching. I think having someone right there to understand why you're losing certain fights, or why you're dying in certain rotations or parts of the map is going to be really important for you guys to improve. I would say in Valorant, the thing that encompasses aim the most is crosshair placement. Understanding exactly where to place your crosshair when you're rounding a corner or where there's vertical changes and whatnot. And some other elements would be your ability to flick, your ability to track where players are moving, and also your ability to micro adjust. So let's say your crosshair placement's a bit off and they're only slightly off. Your ability to correct that very minutely is actually really important, but it's actually pretty hard as well. I think a way people can improve aim is obviously you can improve it by repetition, playing deathmatch, practicing in the range, flicking and deathmatch, and really understanding why you missed a certain shot. This is what a wide swing is going to be. You're going to go out wide, super running speed. This guy's going to be playing a U-haul, and then boom, I'm going to shoot. Chances are he's going to whiff. He's going to shoot right beside me. Okay, and now this gives me the opportunity. While I'm dodging with my movement, he's stationary, I get a free shot. Another peak that people need to integrate into their gameplay is called the jiggle. This is the jiggle. Basically, you peek almost just for information. And then with this information, you can either decide to fall back and rely on your teammates for help, or because you know exactly where the enemy is playing, you can come out far wide again and take the fight. Another important fundamental for players to understand in Valorant would be timing. Timing of when players are going to rotate, timing of when to take a fight, and when to swing pretty much. And you have to understand how different rotators are going to move and when they're going to move. Especially when you're an attacker, you really have to understand how rotates are going to work. And if you have the wrong timing of when rotates are going to happen, you're going to run into people that you thought shouldn't be there, and they are there. And because you don't expect them, you end up dying. I think the most important thing in managing your own economy is honestly just being in line with your teammates. It's not just your economy. It's more about the team's economy, because if you're richer than someone else, you're gonna have to drop them a weapon anyways. So it's not really just your money, it's the team's money. I am a cerebral player, so I like gaining as much information in a round as possible. Basically, the more information you're able to gather in a round, the higher chance of winning the round you're gonna have. So basically what information in Valorant is and what it does is kind of figuring out where the enemy team is playing on the map and how many there are. And based off this information, if you're defenders, you want to stack a certain bomb site based on that info that you gathered. Let's say for example on Bind, you're playing Sova, you shoot your recon dart down long B and there's nothing there, then hey, chances are they're probably going towards A. Then you communicate and tell your guys send 3-4 towards A. The most important things that you should be thinking about when communicating is explaining where someone is, explaining which angles you're holding, explaining when you're leaving a certain site or when you're entering a certain site, explaining when you're going to take a fight and what kind of utility you're going to be using in that fight. While communicating can be good, there could also be a lot of bad comms, especially in lower level play. There's a ton of bad comms. And here's some examples of bad comms. Let's say you're entering an attacker and you get killed. You say, he's there, and you don't actually explain where. Or let's say you're defending a site and you hear a bunch of footsteps. You're like, all five coming A, but really it's only 3 of them, but it sounds like all 5, and now there's 2 people lurking on the other side of the map and you just lost your team the round. So being able to quantify, if you can, how many are coming, that's also very important. And being concise and explaining exactly where someone is playing when you're entering or when you're defending.